Hey.
How are things?
Great. Can you close that door over there?
You bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a great room.
This is where I spend all of my time. I mean, all of my time. Yeah.
Good thing it's so nice though.
Here, let me change. I want to make sure we get your logo on all these.
Just up front.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yep.
I'm not trying to rush you.
Yeah, make this quick, Jerry.
Make this quick.
We got 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Woo. Hey, how you doing? I'm Jerry Bryant. Welcome to another great edition of JBTV from the heart of the Windy City, downtown Chicago. Some of the finest artists. You know, I've been doing this show for 30 years, and I got to say, today was such an inspirational show. Everybody, including me, are getting, and now that I'm talking about it, goose pimples. Does this happen all the time with your audience?
I don't know. I've never been in the audience for it, so thank you. It's flattering. I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, the crowd certainly in America have been amazing. Have been very, very supportive and encouraging.
Yeah.
So I've been very lucky.
Yeah, so it's such a pleasure having you here on our JBTV stage. I'm glad you like the place.
Yes, it's gorgeous. Yeah, that's an amazing building.
Yeah. Now, some guy was giving you shout outs in the middle of the show. What was all that about?
It was just a bit of banter. I think he commented on my shirt, which is like an All Saints shirt. And I was just asking him if he works for All Saints, which he does.
And he gave me your card, so here. He says, whatever you want, you can go in and just steal the whole store. So
Perfect.
Cool. Well, we have Lauren O'Neill, the beautiful Lauren O'Neill from 101 WKQX in the studio.
Yes.
And I have some awesome posters that we made up for you, which I'm going to give you one.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
You have an
Beautiful.
archive that you keep, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I hope a little scrapbook at home. Yeah, I'm keeping.
Well, this will be something for the little scrapbook to remember.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Thank you.
Before
so
your
much.
big sold out show here in Chicago.
Thank you. That's great. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, where did your song "Take Me to Church" come from? Is that because you had to be taken to church every Sunday religiously, or?
Not quite. I didn't have an overly religious. I didn't have a very religious upbringing. But it's a song. It's a song about. I mean, it's a song about. It's a love song, but it's about kind of sex. It's about sexuality and about organizations, I suppose, that teach people to be ashamed of that and be ashamed of themselves and their sexual orientation, or have doctrine that is, you know, inherently prejudiced or discriminatory. So that's I suppose what it's about, and kind of asserting yourself away from that and just as a natural human being and loving somebody and electing that as like a new kind of church, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, you're doing it, and you're bringing... Well, here it is right now as he performs it live on our JBTV stage. Incidentally, we had so many people. I want to apologize to I think we had 200 or 300 people that couldn't actually get in today.
Wow.
So once again, you come to America and you cause all these traffic problems here in the front of our studios, but very cool. Well, stay tuned. We have a lot of music on this edition of JBTV. Coming up next, Lauren O'Neill. She's in the studio, and a lot more. This is your show from downtown Chicago. Now, let me just get one more thing. Give me your name, and I'll take it from there.
Yeah. Hosier. So just do you want like, hey, this is Hosier type thing?
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, this is Hosier on JBTV.
Yeah, this is going to be a great edition of JBTV. He's coming up next with a great show, live performance, and do you have some videos?
Some music videos?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I suppose you could check out online on YouTube.
Are you going to give us one that we can play on here on JBTV?
Yeah, cool, yeah.
What would that be?
I would say Take Me to Church would probably be, if that's okay.
Okay, where'd you shoot it at?
It was shot in Cork, in Ireland.
Wow.
Yeah, so in the west of Ireland mainly. And yeah, I was only there for kind of one day of filming because I was on tour at the time. But yeah, it was done by a group called Feel Good Lost who are based in Cork. It's
cool.
Yeah.
Well, here it is right now on JBTV. Okay, Lauren. Now you get the...
Sorry, I didn't realize that.
No, it doesn't. This is a free-form show. I do things free-form.
He's trying to fit everything in as fast as possible.
Okay, cool.
Hold on, Lauren, hold on.
God, I'm short.
Oh.
Look,
Would you like something to
there's a
stand on?
stool. I just want to see how close.
You're very tall for one there.
For a chick? How about this? I'm here with Hosier. Oh, has anyone ever done this to you?
Never.
Never.
And I hope it never happens again.
I know. Thank you so much for stopping by JBTV.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I hope to come back actually if we can do something with the whole band next time, that'd be great.
Yes.
Yeah?
Definitely. You're whatever you want to do. This is your playground.
Oh, thank you.
So, I mean, let's just acknowledge the fact that you're playing a sold-out show at the Metro tonight. Your debut album just came out. You've already played Lollapalooza. You've already played Glastonbury. You've got another sold-out show in Chicago in February. Where is your mind at right now?
I don't know. I find that it's best not to think about it too much. I think so. And the schedule is such that I don't really have too much time to reflect on it. But it is very, very exciting, and I'm still kind of processing that and figuring it out.
And Chicago kind of has a special resonance for you, right?
Big time. I mean, all of my first musical education was all in blues, but specifically Chicago blues. So, Muddy Waters, kind of Howlin' Wolf. There's a lot of kind of history to the city, which is completely in my was my first musical education and how I learned how to play guitar, and so it's a city I really want to spend a bit more time in and see some live music in and explore.
Are you going to have any time? No.
That's no.
I heard the Canadians got you yesterday.
Yes. So we tonight after the show we zoom straight up to Canada. But next time I hope to have a bit more time. Last time Lollapalooza we arrived in Chicago, and then 6 hours later we were on a plane for Ireland. Like, so it was kind of that's the kind of the double-edged sword of it, I suppose.
Sure.
You kind of,
Well, you want to be busy, but maybe not too busy.
Yeah,
well, hopefully
exactly.
we'll get you some time next time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
So I have to let you know that this morning I was listening to Be Alone with my 7-month-old daughter, and she was going crazy and just dancing and bouncing around and just laughing. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an idea for maybe album number 2, some kind of nursery rhymes by Hosier.
Yeah. They will be tragic and bittersweet. If that's but I'm all about that. So
She picked it.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, maybe even the next, in 2017 when you have a, not a tour booked, it'll be like the nursery tour.
Yeah, the Lullaby Tour.
Yeah.
The Doom Lullaby Tour. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, I would go. I mean, if I was allowed. Well, let's check out To Be Alone right now on the incredible JBTV stage. So we were just playing your video for Take Me to Church, which is really the first time that I believe you kind of bled over here to America.
Yeah, in a big way. Yeah.
The video is crazy, and just kind of viraled out.
Yeah, it was picked up. It went very far, very fast, I think, and that was a big part of kind of getting the music out there.
Yeah.
So I was very fortunate in that regard. I remember staying up one night and somebody had put it on Reddit or something like that. It was getting a lot of views every hour, and but that was a big part of it, I think. And
What is your favorite reaction from that video? What is what you wish that people would take away with it? Because it definitely is a very polarizing subject matter.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's not all that. It's not all that kind of. Some people deem it controversial or something like that. It's not. I think it's very. I mean, it's about. It's when we're dealing with human rights or civil rights, I don't think anything should be controversial, or the equal treatment of people. I don't think something should be controversial. The video references specifically an increase of these very organized kind of ambushes and attacks and torturings of young LGBT members in Russia, and people filming that and putting it online. That was, I was more that, if we could spread awareness for that, great, and if people could see that, and stuff like that. That's not too far from home. Stuff cultures like that can cross borders, and it's just good to be aware of that.
I think the fact that you acknowledge that it's not controversial is the whole reason why it is controversial to some people who are so ingrained with this is the way things are, this is what the book says, this is what I believe, and don't stop to take a second and say, why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a shame. But I mean, when you see the result or the kind of logical conclusion of some forms of kind of ignorance or prejudice, is the logical conclusion is torturing, is attacks of that nature, and when you're dealing with there is never a justification for that. There's never,
Well, maybe world peace begins with Hosier.
No.
You don't want to take that on?
No, thank you.
Well, I have to say, I don't think you heard me. You were already off the stage, but this is the first time in my life I've ever had goosebumps on my toes.
Oh, wow.
Because this version that we're about to play of Take Me to Church from the JBTV stage it rocked me to my core unreal. The harmonies, just I love the different instrumentation, and I think we should watch it.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Here it is. Hosier.
No pressure.
No pressure. Tell me about the song In a Week.
In a week, yeah, I'm not sure. I kind of explained it briefly to the guys out there. You're probably going to cut that out because it was a long old rant. So it's kind of two people who are in a field, who kind of lie down together, two lovers, and they're kind of, it's just it's like just a reflection on mortality, I suppose. So that they're going to die, and I suppose you don't know whether they're fixing to die or whether they're just thinking about the inevitable. And it's about what Mother Nature does to you and kind of brings you back to the bottom of the food chain, so to speak. So it's just a reflection on that, but in a kind of way of embracing it and going, this is, you're going back to it. Kind of, the bonds that unite you are broken down, and you will be food for worms, and it's there just
nice.
yeah, and it's just them singing about that and going, we'll be together, I suppose.
Well, I love your music. I love hearing the actual what the song was written, your kind of purpose, but I also love how it seems like all of your songs are so open to interpretation.
Yeah, I think, and I'm okay with embracing that. I think, and all songs will be, and whether you mean them to be or not, everyone interprets everything through their own life, you know what I mean? You kind of, and through their own experience. So, I kind of like to keep the songs a little bit open-ended.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for making time for us today. JBTV is your second home. You're always welcome.
Thank you.
Whatever you want us to do for you, we'll do it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hosier.
Now we're going to get some IDs from you.
Yep.
You can just take that and look right into this camera. I'll tell you when I'm ready.
Cool.
So the first one you're going to do
Yep.
is just Hosier, and you're watching JBTV.
Cool.
Hold on 1 second. Focus here. All right.
Cool. Hey, I'm Hosier, and you're watching JBTV.
Cool. Now we can get another one. Hey, I'm Hosier, and I'm coming up next on JBTV.
Cool.
Right.
Hey, I'm Hosier, and I'll be coming up next on JBTV.
Cool. And then we're going to do another one to promote upcoming tours and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Say, I'm Hosier, I'm on tour right now. Come check me out in the city near you.
Yeah.
I'm going to plug your website or anything like that for 2 days. You can-
Yeah.
Just keep it blanket because we'll use this for future tours.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Indefinitely.
Cool. Hey, I'm Hosier, and I'll be coming to a city near you soon. You can check out hosier.com for gig dates and locations.
Cool. And then we do a Don't Drink and Drive special at the end of the year. This is the last
Yeah.
ID. To say, I'm Hosier, reminding you to drink responsibly and don't drink and drive.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep. Hey, I'm Hosier, reminding you to drink responsibly and do not drink and drive.
Cool.
Is that okay?
Jerry,
Cool.
you want to go do
Yeah,
open
Tom
and
will do-
close? Do an open and close real quick?
I already
Yeah.
didn't open, so
I
we
know,
just
but
need
I
to
don't
close.
think I got a good focus on
You didn't get a good focus.
No.
And then if you'll need open and close for the Don't Drink and Drive too.
Yeah, I'll take care of that. Give me your name, and now you know what to do now,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Hosier.
And this is a great edition of JBTV. This is our annual Don't Drink and Drive Alternative Music Marathon. It's all about responsibility on the road. Now, you've seen this when you travel around, when there are drunk people driving or texting or using the phone.
Yeah.
Very irresponsible.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and it's it's something that takes a lot of lives every year. So
Now, how are the rules over where you come from on that?
yeah, quite strict. In fact, they really clamped down in the last few years with with a point system, and with you can get points for texting, you can get points for I think not wearing a seatbelt also. So, but it's helped, and there's a lot more breathalyzers and stuff like that. So that the actual rate the rate is decreasing of death.
It's a global thing now, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it takes it's funny. I from a very young age I was always ingrained in me never to drink and drive, but I found that my grandparents' generation it was less. You know what I mean? So it's
Well, there were less people around too. And
yeah. True.
But now it's like you can't, a little fraction of a second, and
Yes, yeah.
all kinds of
Yeah.
craziness can happen.
Yeah.
So this is our annual Don't Drink and Drive Alternative Music Marathon. Stay tuned. We have a lot of music on this edition of JBTV. So there you go, another great edition of JBTV from the heart of the Windy City, downtown Chicago. Some of the finest bands ever, always on this stage, just like you are. It's just amazing on a carpet that I've done 30 years of interviews
Oh,
on.
wow.
So So you're part of the JBTV history.
thank
And
you.
to make it really, really official, I have some JBTV stickers for you. So that way you can remember your time here. I'll give you a
Thank you. Excellent.
bunch
Thank
of
you
them
so
there.
much.
So you can spread them around when you're all the network TV shows and everything.
Absolutely,
you know.
yeah.
Now, Greg had one final question. What was that, Greg?
Craziest fan
Yeah.
experience. Because you have some crazy girl fans.
So you got so today you had tons of beautiful women here. Now, have you had any crazy experiences with these fans?
No, not so much. Genuinely, not that I know of. And even, I did a thing where I put out a phone number online for people to call me if they wanted to.
Your
to celebrate
home
their-
number, or-
No, it was a mobile number. But I genuinely, like, fans have just been very, very sweet and very kind. So in the last, we were in Seattle and you know, sending gifts, sending like records and stuff like that, like old Jackie Wilson records. So it's really, really sweet. I've nothing bad to say, I gotta say.
So I want to know, Take Me to Church. Did you actually ever sing this in church with a choir or something, or in a?
Not yet with a choir, but definitely. Actually, we did with the gospel choir in Newport Folk Festival. I did, but I have done many gigs in churches.
Yeah,
so
I can see where you have a whole choir going and the pipe organ and all this crazy
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could really do something for religion, I'm telling you. Well, stay tuned. We have a lot of music on this edition of JBTV. Okay, let me open one more time as we have it.
Cool. Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. Just the name.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hosier.
And this is a great edition of JBTV. Coming up next, I got Lauren O'Neill from 101 WKQX. We're giving away posters and signed set lists. All you got to do is just stay tuned because it's all coming up next, right here, right now. This is JBTV from downtown Chicago. Cool. Let's sign the only ones we just need. Just one to JBTV and another one to JBTV, and the
Yeah.
rest can be sort of generic.
Yeah.
And so here we are on JBTV signing set lists. Hey, I'm actually your height now. Look at this. I love it. This is a great edition of JBTV. Now, if you want to get one of these one-of-a-kind autograph set lists, all you got to do is follow us on Facebook and Twitter and tell us why Hosier is like the best artist ever that you've ever seen here on JBTV. And
Cool. Here. Yep.
yeah, that can just be generic, these
Oh,
here.
cool.
Yeah. These are for our wonderful viewers that showed up today. Wow, did you guys I mean, I can't believe how many people packed the place today. It was insane.
They're a great crowd.
Yeah. Well, when you have a good artist that can perform really well.
Are these just generics?
Yeah.
Cool.
And you already made one out to JBTV, right?
Yeah. One of these?
Yeah, one of these out.
Great.
Because we're going to frame this, and so whenever anybody comes here to JBTV, you're going to see his poster on the walls. When are you coming back to Chicago again?
February, I think. February, March.
Oh, cool.
February. Yeah.
Cool. So in February, on the 25th of February, make sure you check them out. And you're going to come back again and do a whole.
It'd be fun to. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah. I'd
Okay,
Be great with
we
that.
got-
I say we get Buddy Guy in here to play with him.
Oh, wow.
Has Buddy Guy been in here?
No.
No.
We have
Hey.
like people that know him and like people in his camp.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Buddy Guy, you're invited to play right here on JBTV. And we know you watch the show, Buddy, because, you know. Cool. Well, thanks again.
Oh, pleasure.
And let's get a quick picture. Come on in, Lauren. We'll be the short people
Alright guys,
with the tall.
say fisheye lens. Stick your hands
Yeah.
out, do whatever. Yeah. Rock and roll.
Come on, Greg, you get in here too.
Oh yeah, Greg, you want to come in here? Jump in real quick. Alright.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for making the time.
Yeah.
Rock bottom.
The hardest part was getting your name right, though.
Thank you. Thank you.
The pronunciation on your name is the hardest part.
Yeah, Hosier.
Because
yeah.
people have called it everything, you know?
Yeah,
It's just-
yeah, Hosier and Hosier and stuff like that. Yeah.
You must like that.
Yeah, it's originally a French name anyway, so Hosier is not too far from it. But yeah, it's as long as people are saying it. Whatever
Well, take good care of them. Thank you for bringing them down in here.
My pleasure.
You got such a good support staff, too, around you. Everybody is
thanks.
just top notch,
Great-
and
great
everybody you
team.
work with. So.
Yeah, thank
cool.
you. Thank
Well, have
you.
a great time here in
Thanks, guys.
Chicago
Will
and
do.
in America.
Will do. Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
See you again soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, take care.
Have fun in
Hope so.
Dumbledore
Yeah.
and, like,
Take care.
two more shows.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Hey, Lauren,
Thanks very much.
let's do a
No, but I'm serious. I'm
back tech on this.
Yeah, good job.
I'll stay in touch with